Hello, goddess. I'm up here in northern Minnesota at my family's cabin on my morning kayak ride, and it's so good to be here. And I found myself getting really crunchy, as you know, because I've been pretty verbal about it. Pretty crunchy about the expectations around a book launch, like selling thousands of books. My company has never sold more than, 500 units of anything. And we're out to sell thousands of books. And, the expectations get really high, and it does crazy things to our minds. And it's done a crazy thing to my mind where I start to put, the value of a number, or the value of dollars, or the value of, more importantly for me right now, it's the number of books, right? Like, how many books can I get into the hands of how many women, right? And it starts to feel like a race inside of me, and it can suck the joy out of the experience. I wonder if you know what I'm talking about, right? So I'm here to claim celebration for every single one of us. I'm here to claim that we consistently stop. We consistently slow down, and we consistently celebrate how far we've come. Even if we're just getting started, we celebrate the courage that it's taken us to say, I'm going to start a business. Because as unstable as it can feel, kind of like being in this tippy kayak out in the middle of this little marsh, as unstable as it can feel, to be an entrepreneur and to be, financially self-generative, and to be completely dependent on your own wits and your own commitment to pay the bills, as scary as and as insecure as that can feel, I'm here to claim that perhaps that's the very reason why we chose this in the first place. Perhaps the mystery and the ambiguity and the journey of this is exactly why our souls chose this in the first place. Like, we didn't come in for a straight walk through, oh, there's the ducks, they're so cute. We didn't come in for just like a straight leisurely meander through the flower fields to a gentle finish line, like, we wanted the roller coaster and the meandering walk. Like, we wanted to experience the variety, the spectrum of emotions and risk taking. And, for many of us, we chose this. So to really make peace with that choice, and to sort of do what my chiropractor always tells me to do. He says, successful, high-achieving people eat stress for breakfast. It's like, arr, 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 arr. Like, how can I digest that up and like use it as fire to just say, I'm going for this. So another thing I've been thinking about is just this absolute necessity of ranking our success. As achievers, we have got to rank our success, right? I'm here in the middle of my book launch for 8 days, unplugged, no Wi-Fi, no cell. My team's handling everything. In fact, I just drove to town yesterday and got a random text from my team that the whole quiz isn't hooked up right. Okay, well, the quiz isn't hooked up right, so people are trying to take our quiz to get to our, to get to our offer to buy the book, and that's being fixed, and my team's handling it. And I was able to keep my blood pressure like relatively normal even when I got that news, because of this commitment to like my life above my business, right? Like, no matter how big the problems can seem when we need clients, or we, have a tight cash flow month or whatever, like, no matter how big and real those risks can feel, and trust me, I know how big and real they can feel, I want us to remember that, like, our business success or lack of success, it doesn't hold a candle to our life success. If you asked me right now, Sage, you can either keep your business or you can keep all your friends. Which would you rather have? I'd be like, no problem, take my business. You're not allowed to take my friends, right? Like, my relationships have got to be more important than anything that happens in my business, and same for you, right? And I think that's one of the reasons why we get all bent out of shape inside of ourselves around, the business stuff, because we sometimes start to think like we have to become somebody different, like we have to all of a sudden become like this high achieving CEO. Yeah, there's moments when I have to like be serious and like make some practical decisions at times when I'd rather just be getting on stage to perform, but even in those moments, like, I can stay firmly connected to what's most important to me, which is my health, my family, my loved ones, my friends, and the business supports all of that. This is what I call proper prosperity consciousness. And, I recommend that you really get clear, what are the non-negotiables? What do you need to do each week to take care of yourself? And put that in the calendar first. Is there a family member that you haven't called in a while? Pick up the phone. Business success is awesome. I'm really excited to go out there and sell thousands of books. And when my book launch is over and it's like, dun-dun-dun, like the sort of downfall comes, I'm going to be remembering these moments here at my family cabin with my cousins. God, they're so precious. They're so cute. My niece and nephew, I'm going to be remembering these moments out here on the lake, watching this video to remind me like what's really important and looking forward to my next personal journey. So I hope this is helpful, and I really invite you to consider for yourself, where can you straighten out your own proper prosperity consciousness? Where can you celebrate yourself even more and how far you've come? And where can you put those moments of celebration and acknowledgement in the calendar so that you can ride the waves of the journey of your entrepreneurial, unfolding with even more joy and more commitment and more fun. It's fun. Like, it's really fun. It's a fun challenge to say, can I sell thousands of books? And to ask the question, for me, it's like, rather than being in the conclusion of like, oh, I've never sold, I'm going to catch myself now and like out myself. I've never sold more than 1,000 copies of anything in my career. Well, guess what? That's a conclusion that's going to limit me. So how can I ask the question like, well, how can I sell thousands of books? How could I sell multiple thousands of books, right? And stay tuned. You'll be watching to see if we can pull it off. Most importantly, who are you being in all of it? Who are you being in all of it as you go out there and as you talk to clients and as you wake people up? Because that's why people pay you. They pay you because you're awake. You're in love with the journey that you've said yes to. You're on fire. That's why they pay you. So go be on fire. And thanks for being on fire with me. I'm so thrilled to be launching this movement of women rocking businesses and women rocking business together. That's what this is about. This is about us all going together. A rising tide lifts all boats. A rising lake lifts all kayaks. I love you. Thanks for being on the journey. Post below, what are you committed to on behalf of your joy and your celebration? Okay, when's the last time you celebrated yourself and how far you've come, and even celebrated your courage to launch this thing in the first place? And if you haven't done anything to celebrate yourself lately, please commit below. What are you committed to celebrating about yourself? I can't wait to read. Let's keep celebrating together, and let's keep doing this thing together. It's worth it. I promise. It's so worth it. I'll see you on the other side. Mwah.